Well, hey there, rock stars. Sarah Rockin' Robbins here, coming to you live with another prospecting tip of the day. As we get started, I would love to go ahead and get acquainted. If you guys don't mind, go ahead and comment below who you are and where you're tuning in from. I would love to say hello to you. And if it is your first time watching by live or replay, go ahead and type in the number 1. I would love to warmly welcome you. Remember, guys, that you can click the share button on this video for a little virtual viewing party with your team. Remember, as always, the more on your team who know, the greater your team will grow. You can tag them below as well. Sorry about this light in the background, guys. It just is what it is right now because I've got my setup where I do. But I'm super excited to come live to you guys today. There's so many new people that are joining us each and every day, as you guys probably see in the comments as we've been going. So as you guys are introducing yourself, I'll quickly introduce myself as we wait for more people to populate in. But who am I? I am Sarah Robbins. I'm a former kindergarten teacher turned network marketing top leader. I am also the author of the best-selling book, Rock Your Network Marketing Business, which, great news for you guys, we now have it via audio version, so shout out below if you've got it. It's been a bestseller since the day that it launched. We've got it regular hard copy, which a lot of you guys give as welcome gifts to your team and write "You Rock," our future network marketing rock star on the inside, or as promotion gifts. We've got it on Kindle, but we also have it on audio, so you can leverage your drive time, your downtime, make your car a rolling university. Remember, it is read by me. Super fun because I get to go off script as well and share with you new insights and ideas as well. Remember, if you order, just email rocktheaudio@gmail.com and I will send you 3 free gifts, which I'm super excited about as well. I also created the audio series, which you can get CD or MP3, the Rockstar Recruiting School, which is my whole system for network marketing success, and my new one for leaders, the Masterclass Edition. And guys, keep in mind, you can get it on my site at sarahrobbins.com. That's how you spell it there. While you're there, guys, as we're, again, waiting for people to just come in, I want to remind you that I've got some great classes on demand that you can take if you want to learn how to power up your prospecting and rock your recruiting. I have a 2-hour masterclass on my website that you can take that teaches you exactly how I recruited 300 people personally on my network marketing team. If you want to supersize your sales, pick up the Supersize Your Sales presentation or masterclass where I teach you how we built $1 billion sales team. And if you want to know how to do it all online, both selling and prospecting, get the Social Media That Sells Masterclass. It's 2 hours of how to leverage Instagram and Facebook to absolutely rock your live video, your virtual events, your social media posts, and so much more. And as a reminder, guys, on October 18th, we have our newest one. It is called Power Presenting. And guys, this one is going to be incredible. It's something I've never trained before. When I say presenting, I don't want you guys to think like, oh, it's about like, you know, Toastmasters and how to like stand on stage and project your voice. Because as I always say, perfectionism equals procrastination. You need to do it like you. It is more so on how to share your business and your products in casual settings like coffee or a call, in more formal settings like meetings or events, virtually, etc. It is going to be an incredible, incredible topic. You won't want to miss the training. So spaces for that are very limited now. So register right away on our website. And if you can't make it live, I'll give you unlimited access to the replay, and all companies are welcome. Okay. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the power of third-party validation. We kind of started on this topic yesterday. How many of you watched yesterday's training where I interviewed Emily Yost? Emily built 2 successful 6-figure businesses all on Instagram with no paid advertising, which is pretty incredible. 2 online businesses. And I interviewed her more about her strategy and her theory, and the majority of her business, her recruiting, has been done online. And so thank you, Rhonda, for sharing with your team, and those of you that are posting that you're sharing as well. You know, we kind of went through all the social media strategy. And if you didn't watch that, guys, go on to yesterday's video. It is so good. I post them on YouTube and obviously on Facebook as well. But toward the end, I said to her, you know, Emily, we really, like, even though you are a firm believer in the power of social media today as it relates to prospecting, I know that you're a big proponent of starting the conversation online, but always taking it offline. And she was like, absolutely. And guys, I'm a big believer of that too. Chrisetta said, yes, Emily was very helpful yesterday. She was. She's incredible. So you've got to go back and watch that. By the way, she trains with me. She co-hosts with me on the Social Media Summit on my website if you want to hear more training from her. But I believe that too. The majority of my leads came from Facebook, right? And so I don't just stop there. When somebody messages me and they want to learn more, right? That's the place I start the conversation. That's the place that I prospect. But when it comes to the presenting piece, and again, by presenting, I mean talking and offering the information, I always take it offline. So if you message me and you said, hey, I want to learn more about your business, I would say, great. What's a good time and number to reach you? Let's connect. Because here's the thing. If I go and I send you links and a bunch of information, you can get overwhelmed, bogged down, never read it, or of course, build your own objection by information, right, that maybe you don't know, that I could have talked you through, those questions, those objections, but better yet, shared with you my story too. Furthermore, not only do I take it offline, but I try to introduce you to somebody else who's having a great experience too, to build your belief and create that social proof. So today I want to talk about that, the power of third-party validation or legitimization. So first and foremost, I want to just share with you a silly little story that I share when companies hire me to do keynote speaking and things like that. This is more for a breakout setting. I tell the story of the purple purse. I'll say, all right, ladies, how many of you have ever been to a sale? Let's say, you know, Macy's sale or something like that. And let's say, you know, in the middle of this island, you know how they put all the purses together and you see a purple purse, right? And you kind of walk by and you're like, okay, that's kind of cute, right? But you're like, you know, I don't know if I want to spend my money on that, but, you know, I'm going to kind of keep looking and see if I find something else. But something magical happens when swarms of other women start coming around trying to get the very last one. Or maybe it's like, right, when we're fighting with people over that one toy that's left on the shelf that your kid has been asking for, and so is every other kid. Thank God I haven't gotten there yet. My kid's 2 years old. But I know, I've heard these stories, right? The analogy. All of a sudden, it builds the value of that item even greater when you see that somebody else has a need for it or a want for it or interest surrounding it. It creates that legitimization, that social proof, right? So I want you to think about our business similarly, the power of three-way meetings or calls. Now, let me just quickly explain. First and foremost, what is it? So a three-way call or meeting, because now we have technology, so I'm going to kind of, if you hang with me here, guys, I'm going to just detangle through some of this with you, okay? Just hang with me here. And some of you are like, my upline doesn't do three-way calls. Guess what? I don't care if they do them or teach them. You need to learn them, and I'm going to tell you a powerful story why. I'm going to teach you how you can do it without an upline, okay? So just hang with me. So basically, what are they? It's when you have somebody who expresses interest and basically you make a recommendation that they meet somebody else who is also in the business that they could learn a lot from or hear more about their experience. Okay, so you can do this by call. And if you don't know how to do a three-way call, just Google whatever phone you have, iPhone, three-way call, and practice calling your best friend and your mom or whoever else and try to get 3 people on the phone, okay? Some of you might know it's like the old-fashioned party line. You're like, Sarah, how the heck do you know what a party line is? My parents met on a party line. No joke. Fun fact about me. Okay, so see, the party lines work. All right. So it's getting them on the phone, or it is also, nowadays with technology, even better, it's getting them online together. So imagine you have somebody who approached you about your business or your product. You've got yourself and you have one other person from your company. I don't care if it's your upline. Find an accountability partner. Find a sideline sister or brother, somebody else that you say, you know what, when I've got somebody who expresses interest, can I plop them on the phone with you and vice versa, right? Now, all 3 of you are on the phone, okay? Now, I'm going to share more inviting tips and things like that on my presenting masterclass. I'm going to teach you exactly how they go. But basically, if you do virtually. I think this is super cool. Get something like Zoom where the three of you can click on a link and there you all are. If you don't know how Zoom works, I'm in no way affiliated with them. I'll say there's items that I like about their services, and with the webinar service, kind of streaming to Facebook, it's not always consistent. However, to just do a good old-fashioned meeting, use whatever technology that you'd like, but it's kind of cool to get three people to see one another at the same time and say, hey, you know, let's just toast and meet one another, bring a glass of wine, let's just chat over wine together. And basically you just make introductions to one another, of each other, and share more about your business or product. You know, by inviting a third person on to share more about their story, what it does is not only it brings in another success story, right? Another opinion, another, what is the right word that I'm looking for? It brings in another perspective. That's the word that I'm looking for. It brings in another perspective. It brings in another story. It builds your guest belief, and it really provides that social proof. Like, wait, I know Sarah's interested and excited about it, but her friend so-and-so is also interested and excited too. And guys, you get bonus points when you find somebody in your company that they could relate to. So for example, if they're a teacher, you would invite somebody on, you know, like me with a teaching background, to talk to them more about my experience as a teacher and why teachers are great for the business or whatever the case may be. So again, you can link people up by phone, you can link them up via wave technology, and I think that that's even more powerful when you can see each other and experience one another. And it can be your upline, it can be your downline, it can be sideline brothers or sisters, an accountability partner, doesn't matter who it is, you guys. The point is you start finding people within your company that you say, you know what, let's learn this skill, let's help one another to do it. I'm going to be covering more about this very topic, exactly how to do a powerful three-way call on my presenting masterclass. So I want to share with you just a very quick story of this, guys. A story of my business partner, Stacy Thayer. So shout out to Stacy and her awesome, inspiring team. So Stacy started the business with a full-time job. I think at the time when she started, she was working about 60 hours a week. She had 2 young children. She had a husband at the time was deployed. So it was kind of like she was, you know, acting as a single mom. And I think she had some crazy train commute too, in addition to those long work hours. So when she started the business, she was like, Sarah, I don't have a lot of time to do this. I'm literally going to be working around the nooks and crannies of life. And I was like, well, that's the beauty of the business, is most people start really part-time alongside of full-time busy lives, right? So the first thing we said is, let's carve out hours of operation. When can you work the business? And she said, after they go to bed, like 9 to 10 o'clock at night, you know, while my friends are still up. And I said, okay, great. And I said, so here's the thing. If you've got part-time hours, we need to focus on income producing activity. And the only thing that's going to make you money right now, it's not sitting on social media. It's not watching a million trainings. It's getting into action, doing the activity, putting it into action. And basically, you know, sharing the information and inviting them to hear more on a call with me. We're going to do 3-way calls. Do you know she worked her business an hour a day? An hour a day. Okay? She did 3-way calls like crazy. At the time, keep in mind, her life, because of the military lifestyle, was so transient that she had moved several times since I knew her. So she didn't even know enough people locally to do local meetings and events, which I recommend, but she couldn't. Which we'll talk about local events too on the Power of Presenting class. She didn't know people to do that. So she had to leverage 3-way calls as her primary tool to build her business. Well, guys, it worked, because her first year she built to a 6-figure income, which is incredible, in part-time hours. Now, obviously, that's her own unique story, and it doesn't mean that, you know, those are typical results. But what I'm saying is those 3-way calls, they work, okay? So I want you to be thinking about if this is an element that you have added to your network marketing tool belt, right? And here's the thing, don't call them 3-way calls to other people. That just sounds weird, like 3 ways. That sounds weird. And don't say I'm gonna put you on the phone with my sponsor, because then they're gonna really wonder what kind of program you're in. I mean, sponsor, think about that. That's internal language. We use that to train. Talk like a normal human being and say, hey, I'd love to do a little FaceTime. Like if you and your friend are gonna be at coffee and you wanna FaceTime in, a friend, a third person to say hello, hey, let's FaceTime my friend. That would be a good way that you guys can be face-to-face, right? Or, hey, I told my friend all about you. I told her your story and she'd love to connect. Or, I think you'd love to connect with my friend so-and-so. She's also a teacher. Can we just chat for a few, right? And make it simple, make it friendly, because people don't want to be convinced of anything. They don't want to feel like they're a part of another sales pitch or another sales presentation, right? So I want you to think about really carefully saying that, and of course, sharing that with a person on the other line. And it's a very, very simple process, guys. But here's the thing. Remember this always. What you do duplicates. So Stacy couldn't build a 6-figure team on her own, right? No. What she did was she replicated this process with her team. And so when New Partner started, she said, put people on calls with me. That's how I can be the best of service to you, right? It's focusing on your income producing activities, sharing the information. You share it and invite them on a call with me to learn more. Essentially, excite them just enough to invite them to learn more. Excite and invite. And that replicated, it duplicated all the way down her team. And she says it is the #1 tool that she used to build a big network marketing business, one that would sustain for the long term. Now, I will say she's one of the top 3 leaders on my entire personal team, but also one of the top leaders in our entire company. That is the power of third-party validation and in legitimization. And let me just say, guys, if you're not doing it, you can be like, oh, throw it in the that's too hard box, or just say, in order to build a successful business, I'm gonna have to be a student of the profession. I'm gonna have to learn how to do these 3-way calls or 3-way meetings, leveraging technology. I'm gonna find a friend in the company, we're gonna do it together, and we're gonna build the business of our dreams. What do you guys think? Can you do it? Are you ready to take the plunge? Make sure you listen to yesterday's talk with Emily, and she'll share more about why it's so powerful and how it's really working for her team. Now, guys, again, I wanna remind you, on October 18th, I'm going to be training you exactly on the mechanics of a 3-way call. So find that accountability partner. You each have to buy your own individual license for the presentation, so you each have to purchase your own pass. But take the course together. We're gonna learn 3-way calls, how to get people on them, exactly what to say during the call. I'm gonna talk to you about handling objections, answering questions, and conquering the close. Like, once you do the call, how do you actually get them to join your business or buy your products? It's going to be so powerful. So if you're not having luck with 3-way calls, you need to be on that. We're also going to talk about virtual events. We're going to talk about how to present over casual settings like coffee or call. And if you want to know how to do the meetings and events, because you do have a local market, keep in mind, remember the story of Natalia, who I told you, my business partner, one of the other top 3 leaders on my team, was the first to build to a 6-figure income in under a year. And she actually did hers all on local events because she had a large local contact base, and so did her friends. And they really created a groundswell in their local market. So go to sarahrobbins.com now. This is how you spell my name, sarahrobbins.com. And when you click on store, go to Power Presenting and purchase a class. And remember, if you can't make it on that date, that's okay. I'll give you an unlimited replay. And as always, all companies, all consultants are welcome. It's going to rock, guys. It's going to be incredible. Don't miss it. This is your chance to invest in your success, to be a student of the profession. My question to you today is, what is your why worth? Guys, it's coming up fast, so I do hope to see you there. If not sooner, like here, every day for my free prospecting tip of the day. Well, let me ask you, did you like what you learned? What were your takeaways and tips? Go ahead and share them in the comments below. And don't forget to share this on your team pages too. That's all I got for now, guys. I hope you're gonna start doing these 3-way calls because they are super, super powerful. I hope you have a great day. God bless, and goodbye for now. And rock on, rock stars. We'll talk to you soon.